Hello, everyone. As I can see, starting to filter in. I was wait a few seconds for some more people to join. Okay, I'm going to get started. Hopefully, a few more people join us later. But obviously, it is being recorded, so if anyone wants to go back and go through anything, they can do. So, start off. My name's Tom Morgan, head of trade sales at Riviera. And today is going to be a bit of a whistle-stop tour of what products we offer. If you want any more detail, run through how you can get more information about that. Apologies if I look off over to the right or the left, however it sees on yours, but I've got the presentation on a different screen, so that's why I might be looking over to a different screen. So a little bit about us and who we are. So Riviera Travel, we're the UK's largest overseas escorted tour operator and UK's largest river cruise operator to Europe. And we were on target to take around 120,000 passengers, all Brits, abroad last year before the pandemic struck. We're multi-award winning. I've been Which recommended for pretty much the last decade now, and we hold currently Which recommendation for river cruise and for package holidays as well. So that is something we're very, very proud of at Riviera. So I want to just run through the different types of tours we offer today, what we can offer for customers, because we genuinely are a sort of a one-stop shop for touring holidays. We offer a lot more than people think we do, and we've really got something for everyone. So European tours, they're the real bread and butter of what we do. It's the largest product we offer. We've got tours pretty much all over Europe, and it's generally a week long. Staying in 4-star hotels is the usual standard. If you find a 3-star hotel in our brochure, we'll have handpicked that for a reason. You know, it might be brilliant location, it just doesn't have a 24-hour reception, but you do have the tour manager with you throughout, so it doesn't matter. And we do have some 5-star hotels in there as well for the European collection. But the important thing to remember on all our holidays, it doesn't matter what product category you go with, we will always include the flights, the transfers, the excursions, a tour manager with your customers 24/7, and then meals do vary tour to tour, but pretty much breakfast is included as minimum as everywhere. So on every holiday, that just comes as standard. So you don't need to worry about too much for your customers. So what we've seen recently with people trying to get back from Portugal, if you book a tour with us, you don't need to worry about that. We'll organise getting your customers back if something changed further down the line. We did it a lot last year. We did it very, very successfully. City breaks, a great introduction to Riviera. It's a product category people don't often know we do, but Paris, Bruges, Krakow, it starts from just a little bit over £300 for all that stuff included. And remember, you still got tours included in that as well. So it's great value for money. It's really difficult to put these holidays together cheaper any other way. It's a fantastic way to try Riviera. On our Paris and Bruges, where we go by Eurostar, we do also offer over 50 regional rail connections as well. So if your customers, even if they live in Glasgow, because we're such a large provider of rail tickets in the UK, which again, people don't know about, we can actually get your customers from Glasgow to St Pancras as a return ticket for less than £60, which is an absolutely fantastic deal. So like I say, over 50 regional train stations we offer that on. Worldwide tours. This is proven really popular recently. We're seeing a great demand for this for 2022 bookings. It's a portfolio we've expanded over the last few years, and it's continued to grow in popularity. So really popular destinations for us historically have been South Africa, Vietnam, places like that. What we're seeing in the last couple of months, we're getting a lot of demand for North America. So Canada tour, our Deep South USA tour in particular, those two are proving very, very popular at the moment. And we're on sale all the way through to the end of 2022. So if you've got customers that are looking for something a little bit further afield, they want something a bit different, as that's generally the trend we've been seeing over the last sort of month or two. Customers who have moved their holidays a couple of times, they're looking, haven't been away and they want to upgrade. Even just the other week, we had a lady who transferred her Spain holiday into a Canada holiday. So definitely worth giving our worldwide ones a look. And remember, they do include the flights as well, so they're a great value. You're looking at South Africa for 2 weeks for around £2,000 with all the stuff included. So it's really good value for money. Solo travelers. This is a product type that we've grown rapidly over the last few years. It's something we didn't do a lot of about 4 years ago, but we have a lot of customers. We're very good for solo travelers within our river cruise section, and we've expanded that out to touring. So what we do, it's a little bit different for your solo customers on the solo holidays, is we include a few extras. So we have someone meet them at the UK airport to help them check in, because often for a lot of our solo passengers, it's the first time they've traveled alone, maybe in 20, 30 years. So we have that as a little extra. We include a welcome dinner as well. So they all get to know each other, get to know the rest of the group as well. And then we also make sure that all the rooms are double for sole occupancy. So they're not in a small single room or anything like that, and a proper double room. And then they get all the great stuff that you would on a normal Riviera holiday. There's no additional supplement for them either. So it's really good value for money. And this has been our fastest growing product type over the last few years. Very, very popular. Great section. We offer it on European, worldwide, and UK holidays. So there's something for everybody there. It's a real good mix. And from all accounts from the tour managers, it seems like they're the ones who like to stay out and go out a little bit longer, and generally integrate very, very well as a group of people. Then just a couple of things we've launched sort of since the pandemic struck to really sort of cater to sort of what's going on out there at the moment. So we've also offered European holidays as small groups. So that's where we cap it at a maximum of 25 people. So it gives them a slightly sort of more personalized feel to it, and speeds things up. Normal group size for our holidays is about 45 passengers, to give you an idea. So 25, it's about, it's nearly half what we normally would take. These have proven very popular. It's not available on every single holiday type, but it's available on all the main ones we offer. So Spain, Italy, that sort of destination. And then a new product we've started is private tours. Now, what this is it's not completely bespoke, so you couldn't change the itinerary as such. So it's, if your customers like the itinerary, do as a brochure. Where it's been proven very particularly popular is long haul, but they literally just go out as just the couple. For example, they get their own private car and they go around. When you look at the prices, it's only a few £100s more to do it as a private tour than as the group. So it's not astronomically more expensive. Reason being, because we're not doing bespoke itinerary and it's following the same great itinerary that we're doing on the groups, we're getting that buying power that we're doing elsewhere. But what it does give customers the option is, if there's an excursion they want to spend a bit more time or a bit less time, they can do. If they want to pop off somewhere slightly different en route on the way back because they're in a private car, they can do. So it gives them a bit more flexibility. It's a new product. It's gone down very, very well, and it's certainly one I think you could recommend to people who love the itinerary but don't like the idea of going as a large group or anything like that. So again, that's a great little option. And then another new product we launched this year was UK tours. So we've never done UK tours before. We launched it sort of middle of last year, proven very popular. It's almost completely sold out for this year, but we do have 2022 on sale completely for next year. The difference with this is we don't include the transport to get you to the start point of the tour, but we have launched recently a concierge service in-house. So if you want to book your customers train tickets or want help getting them to the start point, and when you just speak to our reservations team, then we can help put that together for you as well. All the UK tours are small groups, so it's capped at 25 passengers. And the great news on this is we've already started traveling. So we've actually currently got about 150 passengers out now on our UK tour. So it's just started, it's going really well. Feedback's amazing. And we do have it on sale for next year. There is a little bit of space for this year, especially sort of Cotswolds, Oxford. So, it's definitely worth having a little look if you've got someone who wants something for 2021. Sorry, I have to rush through this. We've got so many product types and there's not a lot of time. And then finally as well, we also have Walk and Discover. This is for your customers who want something a little bit more active. It appeals slightly to slightly younger customers, maybe 45, 50 range for us. But what it does is we include a number of guided walks on the holidays. They're not walking from hotel to hotel, but they do have these nice sort of 3, 4, 5 mile walks included. They can do. I can see Abra, so I'm now getting the hurry up. I'm going to quickly, you can come back to these slides and have a little look at your own time. One thing I just wanted to let you know about is please join our Facebook page for offers. We share constantly offers on there for you to share out to your customers. So it's just search Riviera Travel Agents on Facebook. It's a closed group because we've got incentives and family trip opportunities there as well. Yeah, sorry, that's a lot of information in a short period of time. So yeah, Abra, I know you've probably got some questions.
Great stuff. Thank you, Tom. That was a great presentation. And yes, please do ask any questions if you have any, guys, in the chat function. But yes, I do have some questions for you, Tom, as well. I wanted to ask, actually, when you mentioned the rail option, are you finding that more people are actually opting for that to sort of start and end their tour and opting to travel by rail now since the pandemic?
I won't find we're finding particularly more, but it's always been a very popular option and one we've never really shouted about. A few years ago, we were Eurostar's third largest customer in the world, and it was really sort of kept under the radar. But rail is a very popular option. You can come, you can get from Birmingham to London as a return with us for £30. It's so cheap. It's a great option. So it's very popular, but I wouldn't say it's grown particularly more popular since the pandemic.
But it's always been pretty popular. It's good to know that that's an option for agents' clients. And then you also mentioned solo products. Are you finding this is doing better since the pandemic, and or if not, sort of what destinations in particular do well for solos generally?
Yes, so I would say our solo customers have probably been a bit keener to book. I think they were the first to come back. We've really noticed, and we've seen some really strong bookings in our solo offering, and it's been a real mix of destination. I think that's been the thing throughout the pandemic that changed where people book. Long haul has proven very popular in the solo market, North America in particular, and it's a great option. We have seen bookings later into next year for places like Vietnam and India in our solo program. Again, it's been pretty resilient, and our European. I think the feedback we've had from solo guests over the last few months is they're just really keen to get out there and get doing something. A lot of them might have been on their own in particular, or just in a small social bubble. So they're really keen to get traveling, certainly.
I can imagine. Thank you. We've had a question just come through actually from Suzanne Carter, who's asked, what's your solo travel average age range?
Okay, so average age for us is about 60 on our touring product across all of it. Just to give it insight there, what we find is normally long haul is a little bit younger, closer to 50. And then sort of as you get sort of closer back home type thing, it gets a little bit older. So Europe is probably more early 60s. And then our UK program, though, just because it's been people haven't been able to go away, we found that's been a real mix of the average age has been pretty much spot on 60. So we've had a lot of 50-year-olds and a lot towards 70 just because they want to travel.
Okay, interesting. So solo travel kind of follows that same trend then, based on
very much so. Yeah, very much so.
Brilliant. And then you mentioned your UK tours there and how well they're doing. Which ones particularly sold well this year that you think good ones to watch out for in 2022?
This is going to be a cop-out answer, but all of them, honestly, they all, when we put them on sale, there was no particular tour that suddenly flew off faster than the others. They all did very, very well. Personally, for me, for next year, like Scottish Highlands, because I've never been, looks a really interesting one. It's a great itinerary. But, we've got Peak District. Now, I live in the Midlands. Peak District's not far from me at all. I think it's an absolutely fantastic itinerary. I think the Peak District is a brilliant place to come and travel. And that's one I'd really recommend to people because it's a real gem in the UK that I think a lot of people might not have been. So that's where I'd recommend if I had to pick one, though.
Brilliant. Top tip from Tom there. And then I've seen there's one more question come through here from James Hill, who asked, sorry if it's already been asked, but what is the jab policy?
So currently we're asking customers to either be fully vaccinated or a negative test. We haven't got it strictly that if you're not vaccinated, you can't come. If you're not vaccinated, you just need to provide a negative test within 48 hours before travel. That's the policy at the moment.
Right. And is that something that Riviera can organise for clients, or is that something that agents have to organise?
Yeah, so currently we're for tours that are going out until the end of August, we're currently paying for and sorting out the tests that are required for the destination. So the UK tours, for example, at the moment, I'll be honest, actually, all the guests, the 150 mentioned earlier, are currently, everyone was vaccinated, but we would send tests out to those guests that weren't if they wanted to, so they could complete it.
Great stuff. Thanks, Tom. I've noticed the time there. So thanks everyone for joining, and thanks, Tom, for your insights.